and pretty much the guy, like, I want to say he's too violent, but okay. I don't know if I'm gonna do this, but okay. Hey guys, hello guys. Today I have a story to tell, and it's a pretty gruesome story, just so you know. I'll try to tell it as best as I can because it happened a while ago, but it was messed up. So details, okay? So details. This happened at a job site that I have, okay, or that I was working on pretty much, and it was a Target. Now we at this time we were working night shift, right? Because the reason why we work night shift in mostly retail stores like Walmart, Target, Kroger's and stuff like that is because during the day you have customers, and you don't want to mess with customers, and you have this whole deal, right? The whole deal. So you work night shifts. It was about the end of the shift, I'm gonna say, okay? I remember the time. It was towards the end of the shift. Usually the shift ended around 6 a.m. I want to say. So I want to say this happened around 4 a.m. in the morning. So you know, everybody. The thing with night shifts, like with anything, is that obviously if you're used to working during the day, and then you go do a project or whatever, like Target, where you have to work during the night, it kind of messes with your schedule, your little timer that you have in your brain. We were all working. I was working towards the back of the. We were working at Target. Okay, details. I was working at Target. It was night shift. I was working at Target, and I was working in the back, of the store, warehouse in the back. That's where I was working at. Now this accident happened in the front of the store, to the further side from the warehouse or the storage or whatever you want to call it, the back. We were kind of pretty far away. Okay, so you had to go through the whole store to get to that entrance. So what happened was, okay, and these are details that I didn't see, but these are details that the supervisor told us, okay? Because we talked to him afterwards, right? Asked what happened and whatnot. So the story is, there was these two co-workers, and they were both on top of a lift. If you don't know what a lift is, or the way we call it is a lift. So that's the only thing that I'm pretty sure you've seen it in stores or construction sites, where they grabbing like this little like wagon thingy and they can go up and down. And they were taking it out of the store, because you also gotta realize that we can't leave anything inside the store. We can't leave tools, or we can't leave anything inside the store, because then they'll block customers' ways, and then we get in trouble and all that stuff. So we had to take it out, and we'll leave it on the parking lot. You know, whenever you go to like a Walmart or Target or whatever, and they have like that fence off area, that's pretty much we will leave it. So they were taking the lift out. Now, the way you drive it is you have a little joystick on the front, and you go forwards and backwards. And this is crazy how it happened too. You had the guy at the front of the lift, and you had a guy in the back of the lift. The way they explained it was, they were taking out the lift, and there's barely any gap between the lift, the top of the lift, and the top of the door. It's about that much, I want to say. So the way you can get through it is that you get off the lift and you drive it like that, or you go in the lift, but you gotta duck down underneath that part, obviously. But obviously, it's night shift. People are tired. People make more mistakes, and it's understandable. It is what it is, right? It already happened. The guy that was driving, he went to go outside, and obviously, he went underneath. He ducked to go underneath the door. Usually Target has two doors. You have the inside door, and then you have the outside door. and they're both automatic doors. So you gotta duck, and then go underneath, and then duck again. So the first guy ducked to go underneath the door, and then lift it back up. The second guy that was behind him, the first guy didn't even tell him nothing. That's a wild thing. He didn't tell him nothing like, hey, we're going through the door, duck down. Or just keeping an eye for him, right? So what happened was that whenever he went through the door, the other guy was turning around. He was looking the other way. He was looking behind him. He could have been in another world. He could have been tired. He could have been a lot of things, right? So you know what happened. If you have this much space, the guy was going through here. He slams against the door. He didn't tell him, or something happened. He didn't know. He slams against the automatic door, and pretty much the guy, like, I wouldn't say he's too violent, but he pretty much split in half, right? Pretty much that much gap. And you might be saying, well, how's that possible? The guy must have felt whenever he hit the guy or whatever. And the thing is, like, the guy up front is driving, and those lifts, they go pretty quick. Again, the guy is just going forward. He's looking forward. He is expecting the guy behind him to know. So he's ducked underneath, just pushing the joystick to go forwards. And the guy behind him hit the thing at full force, folded the guy, and messed up his spine. Messed up, literally his spine got like torn. He got messed up from that. I believe when he was in the hospital, he was actually in a coma, because literally he it's metal with metal pretty much. So he's coming like this. You have that much space in between you. He folded the guy between the two pieces of metal. The metal is not gonna fold. The door is not gonna fold. You're gonna fold because you're made out of flesh. And the screams were heard to the back. That's the wild thing. You could hear the guy screaming to the back of the store. Through the whole noises, through drills, through people driving other lifts, through all that stuff. That's the crazy thing. He got split in two, and the thing is, like, there was other people around the area. Because Target doesn't leave just the workers by themselves. They usually leave somebody behind to like scan the entrances, so people gotta come in and come out. They gotta open doors and close them. So there were people there, and everybody missed it. And the guy got cracked. The guy got like cracked. He didn't die, but he was in a coma in the hospital. He, if I remember correctly, he actually had a lot of nerves from his spine, like messed up. I believe he wasn't able to walk, but the best thing is that he was alive. And that's the wild thing. That's crazy. And the thing is, like, I mean, it is lucky the fact that you didn't see it, because that would have been really traumatizing to see. But just to hear that and to know that that happened, and obviously, I mean, afterwards, obviously you had Target dealing with such big companies like that. They're not gonna let that slide. Target, obviously OSHA could get involved with that as well if Target wanted to, which I'm pretty sure they did. It was just one of those days, and it had to happen, you know. And it's crazy. And by the way, this is real stuff. This is a real story that happened. And I have plenty of more. There's more stories where people have actually died that I know. I just wanted to share that, you know. I wanted to share that story. I wanted to share that story with you guys, and I wanted to just let you know, a few stories that I know about and that actually I've been part of. It's just crazy days, man, you know. You never expect for it to happen. So that's what happened. The guy got hit with the lift, between the lift and the door, and folded him. And it can happen to anybody, and that's the crazy thing. It just happened out of nowhere. You were just having a nice night. He was probably going home afterwards. That's probably what they were taking out the lift. He was probably gonna go home or go to the hotel or whatever. He was probably gonna go park it, clean up, and go home or go to the hotel. And just because of that, he probably relaxed. He wasn't paying attention or whatever, and it cost him. And it's a little darker story, I know, but I just wanted to tell you guys one of the stories I had that was pretty brutal. Again, I didn't see it, but the way the supervisor at the job site and the way other workers were saying how it went, it was not a pretty scene. But it was just a quick story to tell you guys. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Happy to be your friend, by the way. And I will talk to y'all later. See ya.